All right, Eric Chang here with U.S. Combat Sports, standing next to Mike Biddle, head trainer and coach and owner of Unified Martial Arts.
Lame.
So, it's obviously been an interesting season for Unified Martial Arts. Can you walk us through some of the ups and downs of the gym so far of the 2010 and 11 season?
2010 was awesome. 2011, not so hot. Well, obviously everybody knows we had Lenny Nelson and Whisper Goodman were supposed to fight in the finals for Combat USA. Neither one of them got to fight. That was kind of a bummer. I didn't even go to the fights, actually. I just sat at home and watched it and pouted, cried a little bit. We got some decent amateurs coming up, so looking forward to that. Smash Nelson's back, so we're trying to get him a fight right now, January, possibly February sometime. I guess that's it. I don't know.
All right, and okay, so more on Lenny Nelson. Like, what was it like to get that call and just to have to deal with all of that, especially with Lenny just running through all of his opponents in his career?
It's like getting kicked in the balls. He was actually supposed to announce for my show the night that he actually got hurt, and it was actually 1 week after he had won the Wisconsin title. So, yeah, I mean, it was pretty rough. I spent a lot of time in the hospital with Lenny. I actually didn't think that he would even want to talk about MMA, and I didn't want to bring it up. And I came into his hospital room, and he was like, "Coach, bring my belt." And I'm like, "Are you serious, dude?" He's like, "Yeah, I need my belt here." I'm like, "All right." So, I mean, obviously he's thought about getting back into fighting from the very next day from when he got hurt. So, obviously I was excited about that. And, I mean, he's ready to fight.
Yeah, and Lenny Nelson did come off of a recent kickboxing fight against Andrew Rangloff, I believe.
Correct.
And knockout. Yep, 2 minutes 34.
Yep.
All right, good. So I did do my homework. And like, what was that for you? Like, was that kind of like Lenny's big comeback now, or is this kind of more still like a testing ground from him?
Yeah. I mean, that was just get him back in the cage. Make sure that he was comfortable in there. Make sure that all of his mechanics were working correctly. Working the kinks out, and they were. I mean, he looked real smooth. It wasn't a very long fight, but he came in there and he handled his business, did what he did, looked good, didn't have any problems at all, so we're happy with that. And yeah, we're MMA fight January 7th in Duluth, or close to Duluth, Minnesota.
And do we know who his opponent is right now?
It was Jamie Bauer, I believe. Possibly. I'm not sure if that's who I was told. Stuff changes. It's pretty close, so I think that's pretty much set in stone right now.
All right, and we do wish Lenny the best of luck. So on another issue, Heather Bassett she received her first loss, unfortunately. Can you walk us through that? How did the fight go? Obviously not her way, but in the end, did she have to go back to the drawing board or just keep working and improving?
I wouldn't say go back to the drawing board. She did good. Rose is a phenomenal athlete, trains with UFC level camp in the academy in Minnesota, trains with Pat Barry, trains with Caitlin Young. She's one of the toughest amateur girls in the United States. And so is Heather. Heather won the second round. I think she got a sweep, ended up on top. She was one of the few girls that could go toe-to-toe with Rose and not get knocked out. Rose is a beast. It was an excellent fight. It was a fight that I wish that other people would see, just because of the level of talent that both of the women had in the fight. It was a real MMA fight. Not just like, oh, it's a girl fight. That was a real MMA fight where both girls very highly skilled. They both showed a lot of skills. And Heather's tough, and she's gonna come back stronger from it. She was already talking about training today, and I was like, you can't train, you gotta be out. I was like, just relax. And she's ready to go. And I told her that she did a good job. It was a tough fight, and I think Heather's just gonna come back stronger from it.
That's wonderful, and we of course do look forward to her next fight. A lot has happened since, with Lenny signing with his new management, I believe Blue Chips Management.
Blue Chip Management, they're merging with Sucker Punch Entertainment right now. So a bigger named group. they want to get Lenny to the big time. We want to get Lenny to the big time. They really were the people that kind of helped get his name on the list for the Ultimate Fighter. So we're really, waiting on that phone call right now. I think he can, definitely do very well in the Ultimate Fighter. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be able to win the whole show.
And speaking of that's another thing that happened. Was Lenny going down for the tryouts, or was it just he submitted a tape in for an audition?
No, we went there. We went to Las Vegas. Tried out. Sam Alvey was there. We hung out with him. Some other cool people. Tyler Hellenbrand also made it all the way to interviews. Chosen few fighter. He made it through the grappling, and they called his name, and I was like, holy man, this is awesome. Then we hit pads, and then they called his name again, and it was unreal. I was like, holy man, he actually made it through. And, he's got a good story. Broken back, that's the first thing they asked him about in the interview. Obviously Lenny Nelson has a great personality. That's very apparent. It was a good good experience.
And then another thing is, there's not really building, but it's a little bit out there. It's that seems to be a little Andrew Trace, Lenny Nelson rivalry going on with Lenny.
Who's Andrew Trace?
The person to take his O away in 4-0 amateur.
Oh yeah, I remember. Armbar. Son of a.
And do you think there's a chance for an apparent rematch, or do you think it's just Lenny has other things to look forward to right now?
We're not opposed to the rematch. We got one other fight that we're looking at right now that we're getting ready for, and him and Andrew Trace, they like each other. Andrew Trace is a cool guy. I like him also. That's definitely a fight that we're open to, but right now it's not on the table anywhere. And, we also got to find somebody who can afford it. Obviously we'd like to see it on Strikeforce or the UFC instead.
All right, so Mike Biddle, head coach and trainer of Unified Martial Arts. Would you like to give a plug?
Plug to what?
To Unified Martial Arts, in case anyone wants to go and attend.
Oh, yeah, 73 South Main Street, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We got one of the best programs around. It's right behind us. Check it out. We'd love to have anybody that wants to come and train. Not just fighting, but anybody that wants to learn martial arts, please come and try it.
Yeah, and one more thing.
Oh.
Any prospective Unified Martial Arts fighters that we should be watching out for in the near future?
Heather Bassett, Aaron Drowse. Who else is over there? Some other guys going crazy. I don't know what's happening over there. Yeah, it's always a roller coaster. Brandon Mason might come back this year. That would be interesting. He's pretty decent. That's it.
All right, Eric Chang with U.S. Combat Sports, and of course, Mike Biddle.
You know what it is. Come on.